Okay, guys, you're welcome to another episode of Showtime with Terrigo. If you're new to this channel, do well to hit the subscribe button and also share this video at the end. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for sticking with us as usual. Okay, so today's episode of Showtime with Terrigo is a continuation of our previous video where we're talking about the 6 secrets, of winning a dance competition. It's basically for dancers. If you followed up the previous video, we talked about number 1 and number 2 secrets of winning a dance competition. We made mention of understanding the competition and also the leadership and the team. So straight up, we're going to go into secret number 3 and 4. All right, so number 3 secret, after understanding the competition, you build your team and you have a leader. You need to consider what kind of routine you're supposed to put up. So basically, understanding the routine to put up, it's actually understanding the kind of competition you're going into and also creating that team that suits the kind of competition. Now, understanding the routine, I'm going to break this this part down to the team ability. Now, creating your routine, you need to consider the people, the team, because you can't actually picture a routine in your head where you don't have people to execute what your imagination is on ground. So most of the time, the team you have determines the kind of routine you can create. Understanding the environment where you're going to perform, if it's going to support the kind of routine you want to do. Take for instance, you have an audition hall where you have a roof close to your head. You can't possibly create a routine where you're going to fling someone up. I don't know if you understand. You have to put this into consideration. Consider your stage. You have to consider your stage. You have to consider the team ability. Who can do a backflip. You need to know if you have that kind of person in your team before you put a backflip in your routine. If you want to put a dive, you have to consider who's going to do it. You want to put an head spin in your routine, you're going to think, okay, do I have someone that head spin? Do you understand? So you have to consider the abilities of people you have in your team to create a routine. Now, after considering the ability, you also have to consider, the stage of the competition you're preparing for. If you have like the audition stage, it simply means you have to now think, okay, what is required to skate through this particular stage of audition. Now, considering this stage, you're like, okay, you have a picture of, okay, we might have like 50 competitors. Okay, what is trending? What are they going to do? So now, considering what others are going to do, try to imagine. First thing that comes to your mind is probably first thing that comes to every dancer's mind. So you now leave that idea and picture, okay, what are they not going to do? You start working on that part because you have to be unique. You have to separate yourself from the crowd. Okay, so these are the things you put into consideration. So now, after considering your team ability and all that, you now talk about your dance style. What kind of routine are you going to create? What kind of dances? You're going to combine hip hop, afro, together, a mixture of hip hop and afro dance together to create a routine. You're going to infuse stunts, at some point in time, or you want to do a straight, strong dance, or you want to tell a story, you want to create a storyline, you want to conceptualize your dance. You have to think of these things. You understand? All right, so and also in your routine you have to consider musicality. After deciding what kind of dance style you want to do, you have to now begin to pick songs that suits these styles. You understand? Your musicality matters a lot. You understand? Most of the times people dancers, your music is a cheat. You need to understand that. Now, if sometimes you can't have very fantastic dancers, but they bring up very fantastic songs that people just react to the song and forget the dance. People begin to vibe with the song. Even judges, sometimes your judges get carried away with the songs and fail to even look at the technicalities, the techniques, or the dance delivery. So you need to be very smart about your musicality because it helps you. So choosing a song and dancing to a song, are of two different phases. It's either you're dancing with the music or you're dancing through the music. You understand? You can also do lyrical choreography. Dancing with the music, it's actually dancing with the beat as it goes. Dancing through the music, you can, you dance like, it's more like on a silent, it's kind of offbeat, but it's on the music, it's on track. That's dancing through the music. Like, people don't even see the notes you use to do your choreography. That's dancing through the music. Then you could be lyrical in your choreography. You can dance to the lyrics of the song, but not all the time. Most times it's kind of boring, limits what you need to do. But at some point, you need to just hit some point with the lyrics and it makes sense, right? So these are one of the few things you can consider when creating your routine in the music. Now, after creating your routine, number 4 secret is how you appear, which is your costume and appearances. Now, how you appear matters a lot because it boosts your confidence. Now, let me make you understand these things. Sometimes you can appear really good and you don't know how to dance. So this boils down to, intimidating factor when you come to a competition and you meet a lot of dancers, you see people gathering and you're like, wow, see these guys are costume. I begin to feel bad. You begin to feel like, oh, no, we don't follow, and the mindset, it destabilizes you. So it's good to actually prepare very well. Make sure, even if you dance very good, make sure you have a very good costume to complement your dance, because they all have a mark how you appear. If your your costume doesn't suit your dancing and your dance style, it's a minus for you. So you need to consider that. Also, it builds confidence. So you as a leader, you need to create a very good costume. You need to look good, such that even when you see other dancers dressing and you guys are in the waiting room, you don't feel intimidated. It keeps morale backstage, and you look at yourself, so you don't feel confidence to even appear in front of the judges or in front of the crowd. That is like a failure already, even before appearing on stage. So work on your costume is very important. But at the same time, you need to understand something. Don't get intimidated when you're among other dancers looking all flashy and fine. Most at times, those dancers that look really, really good most of the time, I'm talking out of experience, and the competitions I've been to, most times those dancers don't really know how to dance. You see them looking all flashy with big shoes and all that. That is all actually they have to offer. You see them go up stage and just jumping around, scattered routine, choreography, zero, there are just no coordination and stuff. So yeah, but then some are really, really very good. But I'm trying to say, don't get intimidated first with a costume. Just go and do your thing upstage. Okay, so that's these things you need to consider. Number 3 and number 4 secrets you need to consider when going for a competition if you really want to win. So we're going to end here for this episode. We're going to actually come back with part 3 to have 5 and 6 secrets of how you can win a competition. Stay tuned to this channel. Do well to subscribe and share this video on your post notification, so when we post all the videos you can get the notification. Thank you. We love you.